All right, friends, subscribers, and strangers, what's up? Welcome back to another video. This I'm gonna have to call this like the desk series. Beard talks to you from his desk. But today I've got an important topic that I think that will interest most of you. How many of you have been told already that the coming of AI is going to make reselling so much easier and going to make it so easy anybody can do it, and you're not going to be able to sell anymore? Are they right? Do you listen to these people? Should you listen to these people? Let's talk about it. All right, so the coming of AI, the doom, reselling, all the knowledge is going to be put into your phone. Hint, hint. It's already there. You just got to use it, right? And you're going to be looking for a job because everybody's going to come in and do this, and it's going to be so easy that your skills, your knowledge, and your ability to work and self-motivate and all the things that makes you successful in this business are going to be just thrown to the wayside. You're going to be nothing but a piece of garbage on the side of the road. That's probably what I think of resellers anyway, but I think you guys are awesome. So you've heard. So the listing part is coming. The easy listing part is coming. List easier. I just started using it. I've got 12 hours with it. I've only used it for an hour or two. It's very nice. It's very fast. It's not quite out of beta yet, so you guys stay tuned for that. But the part that people are saying is, Beard, you can just simply take a picture and with your phone and put it in ChatGPT like a whole picture of all these books, and it'll tell you all the titles. You don't have to scan them individually anymore. And anybody can do this. Okay, first off, you need the paid version of ChatGPT. Man, I'm gonna kick those letters a lot in this video, and I apologize for that. This country boy and initials. Right. So I've got the $20. Joni and I share it. I use it for reselling, and she uses it for dog pictures. It is what it is, right? Insert dog picture here. These are all of our documents. Joni took all the photos and told ChatGPT, man, why am I struggling so hard with that this morning? And put them all in one picture. And these are the last two on the end are Franklin and Phoebe, and the other four are our previous dachshunds that we've had. Phoebe and Franklin are numbers 5 and 6. Oh, they're so cute. We know. We miss them. All right, so let's play that game. Beard, let's test it out. The one thing, you hear all these talking heads, you hear all these people talking, but you ever go, you know what? How good does this work? Do I believe these people? Who are they behind the camera? Do I trust them? When someone has a camera or a phone and resells and just starts spouting off at the mouth, how do you know you can trust them? How do you know their accounts haven't been suspended? They haven't been troubled with whatever? You just can't. So the one thing I would tell you is anything that you hear from an influencer, trust, but verify. You've got to do that part. You've got to verify. So how are we going to verify this today, Beard? Because I don't think we trust you either. You probably shouldn't. I'm a shady individual. And I'm a shady individual because that light up there is not working. And I built my own shade. So here we go. Let's put that one back on there. I took a picture of the ends of all these DVDs. There are 13 of them. They are all used. And so I told Beard, we don't know how to use ChatGPT. How would you even go about building a prompt? That's the easy part. Tell ChatGPT exactly what you want it to build a prompt to do, and then tell it to run it on that picture. I said, hey, Chat, can you please build me a prompt that will analyze an image of movies and give me individually the sold, new and used prices currently on eBay? And it come back and said, it currently will use this last 60 days. It will do this. No problem. I said, okay, now that you've built this prompt, can you use it on this image? And I uploaded this image from my phone because it was already on my phone, but I didn't want to open two chats. I'd rather look at this big TV behind me. And you'd be shocked at some of the things we found. And so, insert footage here from the phone to show you all the listings and how. So the format it came up with was nice. It gave me the new and used listings. You're going to notice, though, if you're a detail-oriented person, I told you there were 13 DVDs in the stack. It only did 12. I did this 3 times. It skipped the same movie every single time. It did not deal with this movie right here. Stir of Echoes. What does ChatGPT have against Stir of Echoes? I don't know, but it skips it in the stack. I mean, it should be able to read it. If y'all can read it from there, it should be able to read it. It cannot. And so that's the first mistake I found is it skipped one. Oh, Beard, that doesn't matter. It got 12 out of 13. I told you to verify this stuff. We're not finished yet. This is not the end of the video. Okay, so this is the first way this could be costing you money. What if this was a ultra rare deep Blu-ray that was worth hundreds of dollars? Relying on an image to go through AI, maybe in 6 months it'll be able to get all 13. It can't. This is only a $5, $4 to $5 used Blu-ray. It ain't worth the energy that ChatGPT would have used. But how would you know that? You wouldn't know that. Okay. All right, so here we go. The first time I didn't tell it to list individually, like it is now. And so it is showing give an individual. So I don't know where that picture came from. It says, here's a breakdown of each one. Sing, used, it is $9.95. New, it is. So that is a little inaccurate. I found the used value to be closer to $5.99 for the most part. There was an oddball one that would show up a little higher, but Minions was relatively correct. $5.99 was probably the price I'd be. Despicable Me, same thing. Ghostbusters, I could not find one that high. It was closer to $9.99 used. It seems to be the used prices are a little high. Rogue One was very accurate. Captain America. So you can see the used price and the new price are different. I couldn't find a used price higher than the new price. And so, that would lead you to believe there's an error there. Guardians of the Galaxy was correct. Baron von Munchausen, Somethingshausen. It was closer to $8.99 and $11.99. Avengers was correct. Sling Blade. Sling Blade. Can we save Sling Blade for when I get back to the big camera? Because Sling Blade is the one we need to talk about. Expendables was correct. Beauty and the Beast was correct. And then it'll give you a summary title down below. So I'm not mad at the format. And it tells you down at the bottom, slip covers and things add value, which is, if you don't know what that is, that's the little paper sleeve that fits over the Blu-ray cover. It gives us some protection and a little extra art. And then it doesn't say, it says shipping is extra, but nowhere up here does it mention free shipping. Most of the Blu-rays, because they're so cheap, they're under 4 ounces, most people ship those for free. There are some oddballs that charge shipping, and I'm an oddball, but I'm not one of those. On my Blu-rays, I do free shipping. All right, so Sling Blade. Sling Blade is the actual reason why I went down this rabbit hole. I had seen videos of other people talking about the ability for chat to do these things, and I thought to myself, I just watched a TikTok of a guy saying that he sold Sling Blade for $900. I'm like, that dude is insane. He actually is insane. He didn't sell it anywhere near $900. That was trying to get you to watch his stuff. But Sling Blade is still worth anywhere from $35 to $48, sometimes a little higher, used. Ruh-roh. We have an eBay question. Ruh-roh. And so this was going to be my test subject. I knew the value of this one right here. I know this thing should have come back and said 35 to 48 used, and 50 to 65 new. And what did it tell us, ladies and gentlemen? And let's go. Sling Blade, $6 to $10. ChatGPT said $6 to $10. And how much new? 12 to 16. Folks, every one of you out there who's got a Blu-ray of Sling Blade and you want to charge me $6 to $10, I'll buy them all. My address is in the comments below. I'll pay shipping. $10 plus shipping. All of them. And new, it says 12 to 16. I'll do $20 plus shipping. You will gain an extra $4 and get free shipping. Throw in $1 for your bubble mailer. Let's go. I'm ready. That's the kind-hearted person I am, Bearded Picker. Looking out for you. All right, so is it there? Almost. But the problem is, if you solely rely on this thing, you would look at that stack of Blu-rays. You can be at a garage sale and go, man, what's it worth? There's nothing in there worth anything. Keep going. Whereas I'd have wasted a couple extra minutes. I could have scanned them all with a little cheep cheep and go, oh my God, look at here, Sling Blade. Sling Blade's worth a lot of money. Ruh-roh. And it just goes to show you can't always listen to the internet. You need to do some exercising and testing and looking around for yourself. Is it good? Almost. But then that almost, you lose an opportunity. It either cost you money because you looked it up as a value and you sold your Sling Blade for to some scoundrel. I mean, person like Bearded Picker. Very, very cheap because you didn't know any better. Even as a reseller, you trusted you trusted the AI overlords. But I just wanted to take a minute to show you guys that it's almost here. I've had a lot of success so far. I've only listed 3 or 4 batches on the AI lister. Very excited for where that's coming. But I can tell you, they're all not here yet. They all have, problem, that are being worked out. Remember, at the end of the day, they're still dealing with eBay. And do you think that eBay all of a sudden just updated their architecture overnight? You can have the smartest guy in the room, and they are still dealing with, things behind the scene that you can't imagine how difficult they are to do the programming for. So, yeah, that stuff is coming, and I'm excited for the day when I can just take a bunch of pictures, go sit in the recliner, put on some reader glasses, and let Photo Room clear the backgrounds, and let the AI lister go, oops, I'm about to scan myself. Beep, beep, beep. Absolutely worthless. All right, so those days are coming, folks. So I'm excited for where it's going to go. But yeah, I don't know that I would trust ChatGPT. Still putting in the work. Well, is it worth an extra 5 minutes to find this? Like a stack of books. Okay, so on books that don't have barcodes, maybe I trust it because it is so hard, so time consuming to look up books without barcodes. But the one thing that I know. So y'all got an extra couple minutes? Can I show you something pretty cool? Have you made it this far and go, damn, Beard, you're still talking? Your lips are moving, but we don't hear anything. Oh, yeah, I'm still talking. Okay, so here we go. We're going to break out El Phono, and I'll share the screen with you in just a second. So for those of you who don't know, I have an iPhone. Most of you guys know I rock an iPhone. Against my religion right now. I think the Androids are currently better. But it has this little, I have this little thing here where it has Google search. It's always up there. Well, it's in a stack, but it's always up there. And so if I want Google image, Google lens, I just hit pow. Okay, so y'all recognize this? Do y'all recognize this? Anybody out there recognize what this is? It is the, come on in, my friend. Man, somebody wrapped a cord around this thing. What the hell? It is the pusher part that goes in a Cuisinart. So now you recognize it. It's a food processor from Cuisinart, one of the big ones. One of the big boys. I think this is the 13 cup. It works Beard paid $9.50 for it on senior day. So Beard got 25% off. So what does that make it? Like $7. I tried not to keep buying these things, but they keep luring me back. All right, so how difficult is it then to just put a Google image? Dot. Come on, baby. Why are you not cooperating? Okay, Google image. We're going to take a picture of it, and it's going to come back and tell me. This image appears to be a Cuisinart food processor pusher assembly specifically designed for models like the FP13DG. That means the 13 cup. The 13DS and the SP13. That's all the 13 cup models. And then it shows you visual comparisons. Cue over to the phone. And what do you know? How accurate it is. So that's what gives me hope that these learning models and these listers are going to be wonderful, because if Google Lens is that accurate, the power behind there is going to be the power behind a lot of these other things. And so the accuracy will be coming. But right now I would tell you that trusting ChatGPT to get values from a picture, it's not quite there. No matter what the other people tell you about the doom, there's still going to be a place out there for people who are willing to do the work, who have knowledge, Okay, so the next video, because this was gone a little long, you've been listening to me ramble on for, 20 minutes. How about the next video? We get ChatGPT to give us a list. I'm gonna do some exercising and tell it to give me the list of the most valuable Blu-rays and the most valuable DVDs, so we can see if it can make us a list. We'll see if Sling Blade's on there this time. I don't think it's going to be on there. And we'll analyze that list and see if that can maybe help you, like put a list in your phone and just something you can help memorize. And nobody's on Sling Blade. You got any fried tomatoes in there? I do a terrible one, but I was using this disc to test Blu-rays because I love this movie so much. Awesome movie. If you haven't seen Sling Blade, you youngins, go watch Sling Blade. It's awesome. All right. Thank you so much for joining and putting up with my strange personality quirk. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you've decided maybe you're going to try some of these, but verify your results and test them like I'm sitting here testing them, and understand that it's a good starting point. But if you're relying on it completely, maybe you miss out on some opportunities. All right. Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. I'm the world's worst self-promoter. We'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a Roll Tide life.